Hey, dude.
Hey, I'm just having some coffee here in the afternoon. What are you up to?
Oh man, I've just been watching the Olympics and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. I did go out today though, not just to get my Wawa coffee.
I see a box.
Yeah,
Oh, Acer
there we go.
Aspire One. You
Mm-hmm.
went to Circuit City today,
I,
didn't you?
I did. I'm not even
Uh-huh.
sure that I need this, but that doesn't mean I can't buy one and review it and tell everybody about it.
Okay, I guarantee you that need or not, you'll use it a lot. And my suspicion is that when you find a netbook that
Mm-hmm.
works like you want it to,
Mm-hmm.
my sneaky suspicion is that you will like using it mobile better than your Q1, quite frankly. Because
I don't know.
I'm telling you,
Listen,
it's small, it's light, it's self contained, it's got a nice keyboard. It's
well,
got
we don't know about that. We got.
let's see. Yeah, we have to
Yeah,
look at it. But
let's look at it.
I've been really looking forward to this one because all of the early information that I saw of the Acer made it look like a really good one, really solid. It looks like I don't know if I should say
It's
this,
like a
a
real library.
real notebook. You know what I mean? It looks like a real notebook just shrunken down a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's
I,
got a
I
10-inch screen, right?
I'm sorry?
Isn't it a 10-inch screen?
It's an 8.9 inch screen at the
8.9.
1024 by 600
Okay,
resolution.
so we'll have to see that keyboard. That's
That's, yeah.
that's in fact I posted something this weekend about that. That to me is the biggest determinant for people to determine whether they want 8.9-inch screen or a 10-inch screen model because that's the biggest effect in my
Yeah.
opinion.
All right. What do you see? What do you
Ooh,
see?
I see
Okay.
I see it's protected. It's sealed
Mhm.
for your protection.
That's always good. Always protect your devices. In fact,
Always practice safe unboxing.
that's correct. So let's get
Yeah.
the case and
Oh
cover up
yeah. Oh,
right
that
now.
comes with a slipcase.
Apparently. What? I just slipped.
Oh man. Oh, that was bad. That was
I know.
bad.
Not enough coffee left.
There'll
All
be
right. So
no there'll be no Emmys for this
no. It
one.
says Acer up there, which is nice. Like
Well,
a vinyl.
what's it gonna say? Is it gonna say Dell,
Hmm.
Lenovo?
Well, some of them don't say anything. Once, I remember one said UMPC. That was the one the WeBrain had that one.
Yeah, that's right. It said UMPC.
All right. So
Oh,
let's
this is
take
cool.
the actual
Man, that thing is
device out.
small. That's small. So that's the size of about the size of the original EPC that you had. No, that's 7-inch screen one.
That was a 7 inch.
Yeah, yeah,
7 inch.
yeah. So this
Yeah,
keyboard will be a lot more usable than that one for sure.
I suspect so.
I
And you know
believe.
what? Let me
I
while we're
really
talking
like
about
that. That's the blue one. That comes in multiple colors, right?
it does. In fact, they have the colors on the side of the box.
Yeah.
I'll just show you.
Ooh, so I see white, blue, black, pink. You can get a pink one and purple.
Uh, might be brown. Might be
You
Microsoft doing brown.
should have got a pink
Well,
one.
all Circuit City had was the
Blue.
sapphire blue one.
I like the blue. That's the one I would get, quite frankly.
Yeah.
It looks better than black, basic black. And
I actually I actually bought 1/4 of their stock. They only had 4 of these.
oh,
Yeah.
so
But
you own a quarter of Acer stock now.
yeah, exactly. Just
It's not
PC.
it's not much bigger, is it?
no.
How about width? Oh, it's thinner. It's thinner. So you're basically it's
It's
just
the
like
Acer.
it's basically like they squished the Q1, right?
Pretty much.
And
Yeah.
and you pick up a full size or a full keyboard
Right.
in the
Well,
deal.
here. Let's take a quick peek here,
Oh man.
so you can see where the battery goes, obviously,
Oh
on the back
yeah.
side. Right.
So it
What do you
needs
see?
a battery?
Apparently, so they haven't worked that out
Oh,
just yet.
so okay.
I got SD card slot. Actually, it's a 4-in-1 card reader. If I
Oh, that's
recall.
cool. That's cool for cameras.
Yeah, USB, Ethernet,
Ethernet. What's that?
VGA.
Oh, VGA out. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is VGA out. That's cool.
yeah, and then the power.
Yeah,
Uh,
cool.
and then here, I'll flip it
What's
around.
over there?
Oh, this is interesting. Let's go back a second. This actually is an SD slot. SD only. Okay.
Okay.
On the other side, we've got another slot for 4-in-1.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I believe each slot is good for up to 8 gig cards.
Right. Right.
So,
oh, you know, that makes sense because that one is probably, or the other one of those is probably engineered to be additional system storage.
You know, we'll talk about that.
I'll bet you.
Here, let's talk about it now for a second. I was reading online as we were setting up for this, and one of the things that the other netbook folks have done or not done, Acer has done. They have an 8 gig SSD in here, and they have software that once you put an SD card in, it will merge.
Right.
It looks like one physical partition.
Right. But that's why it's got a special drive because it's a lot easier to engineer that. No, that's cool. That's new.
So 2 USBs, microphone, headphone.
Okay, so 3 USBs total.
3 USBs total. So you know I'm going to.
You're gonna be doing that. Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Cool. Does that have that? So that does not have an express card slot, right?
It does not have.
I'm just thinking of my modem. My modem's express card, not USB. Which one day I'm gonna have to update to a USB, and I'm pretty sure then I won't have this concern of always checking to see if it's got one.
Yeah, I'm glad I went with USB.
Oh, so that's probably a drive access, I'll bet, or memory drive or memory.
RAM. I'm gonna guess it's RAM, and I'll tell you why. They say that it comes with 512 gig of RAM, and that there's a slot in there so you can add another half gig or a full gig to go up to 1.5 gigs.
Oh, that's cool.
And you know what? For Linux or for XP, that should do it.
Right. Hold that back up just a second.
Sure.
What is that circular bump?
That's the panic button. I don't want to hit that.
What is that? I've never seen anything like that on a.
That's where the giant atom is.
That's the atom, huh?
I don't know.
I don't know. Isn't that? But I mean, that's just unusual. Not that it doesn't serve purpose, but it's just unusual. I can't imagine what that could be.
I don't know.
Okay, cool. Well, let's open that.
Oh, hang on.
Open that cover up.
Can you see the?
I see LEDs. I don't care. I want to see the inside.
Don't diss the LEDs.
No, but they're LEDs. They show stuff. They show disk activity, which isn't even a disk, so it doesn't matter.
That's true.
Oh, I don't like that foam keyboard.
Yeah, we'll get rid of that.
Oh yeah. Oh, that looks sweet, Kevin. That looks sweet. And you know what? I can tell you right now, with that bezel around that 8.9-inch screen, that tells me that lid will accommodate a 10-inch screen. So I'll bet you that is an almost full-size keyboard. Just from looking at it for a few seconds with you holding it up there.
Hang on a second.
I'll almost bet you that's a very near.
Okay, that's not. I mean, I guess you could call that almost full size. Almost,
that is full size. I don't think that's almost. I think it is full size. Very close. Very close. Okay. But anyway, see, I've used and have a couple of 8.9-inch screen devices here, and if they have very little bezel around, then the width of the device starts really crowding the touch type ability, like my Fujitsu.
Very true.
But for example, that size bezel looks like it's about the same bezel, and I keep pointing over here where you can't see to the HP Mini Note, which is going back this week, by the way.
Oh no.
And that has got a very touch typeable keyboard, so it's about the same width as that device.
That's almost an inch.
Yeah.
Not quite.
So you've got 2 inches on.
So that just gives you the width for the keyboard.
And to Acer's credit, and one thing that we're seeing, some of the manufacturers are not doing this, and it's a mistake, I believe, on these smaller netbooks or mini notebooks. Acer has extended the keyboard all the way to the edge of the device. So they've made the keyboard as big as they can. And that's going to be very comfortably touch typeable. I can tell you from experience.
I already like something I see on the keyboard, and that is a full-size shift key.
Oh yeah, I like the big space bar too, because some of them don't have that.
My PC didn't have that.
Yeah.
You know?
Now another thing that I see that's interesting, since we were just talking about the HP Mini Note, it looks like they have the same type of trackpad, which is wider than some, narrower in this dimension, and with the buttons on either side. And I'll tell you, it'll take you a little while to get used to it, but you will. So
I hope so.
Well, no, you will. I think you will. It really turned out to be a non-issue to me. I saw with the HP Mini Note, when it first came out, a number of reviewers couldn't get used to that, and they really had a problem with that. I got used to it fairly quickly.
This trackpad width-wise is about 2 inches wide.
That's more than big enough.
I hope so.
It is. You'll get used to it.
Yeah. I see they've got some function keys up here dedicated.
If not, if you don't get used to the trackpad, they have these new things called wireless mice. They're really... Yeah, hello?
What?
Hockey puck?
Roger.
No. Anyway, it's...
Yeah.
I think you'll get used to it. I got used to it pretty quickly. I don't like trackpads. I mean, any trackpads. So I got used to it pretty quickly.
Yeah. 0.3 megapixel webcam. 0.3.
Oh, that's pretty low, isn't it?
You know, that's what I have in the EPC, if I recall.
Well, that's true. It's as long as it does motion video at a good frame rate, it doesn't matter, quite frankly.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
For video chats, I mean, what else? We don't need HD for geek sessions, you know.
I'm an HD snob, though. What can I say?
Well,
all right. So we've got our power brick.
Yeah, and because we know everybody wants to know how big is the power brick? How big is the power brick?
Here's my iTunes remote.
So it's nice and small. Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of
because
thick.
I'm assuming that ships with a 3-cell battery. So
yeah.
Till you can get your hands on a 6-cell or a second additional battery, that size of that power brick may be a factor for you if you have to carry
if I keep the device, I'll get a second battery for sure. Maybe a 6-cell.
I always do that. In fact, I ordered one just this weekend, a second battery for something that I've never ordered one for.
Just to give people another idea, this is an external optical drive I use for whatever device I carry around.
It's just not even 2 of those wide. No, that's a nice size. That's a nice size.
Yeah, that is a nice size.
And it looks like the way you're handling it, it's nice and light. Of course, it doesn't have the battery in yet, but it looks like it's nice and light, right?
It's very light. Now, granted, I have a 6-cell battery in this Q1 right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Without a doubt, this is definitely lighter. Will that change when I put the battery in? It'll be close. I have a feeling.
Well, 3-cell's not going to add that much weight. I don't imagine.
No.
6-cell would, but a 3-cell, I don't think so.
Actually, yeah, it's very similar in size and appearance to the original Q1 batteries.
Okay, as he drops it and breaks the screen.
Yeah.
That's what you need. Right?
Well, I see one thing that would be nice that I would have liked to have seen. Some LED indicators on here to show you.
Yeah.
That's for premium notebooks, not netbooks.
Well, actually, no. It probably drives the cost of the battery up quite a bit.
I'm sure it does.
So, these guys have to really be looking at it because accessories like batteries with these cheaper notebooks like this are a significant percentage of the purchase price. So they want to keep the cost of the battery down as well so that they don't catch flack for it. Wow, that's nice and flush. I mean, looks really cool.
Yeah, the 3-cell looks good, and there are little battery removal and clamps right here and here, which is nice.
I'd still like to know. You know what that circular thing on the bottom? It looks like a Lazy Susan. Can you if you set it down on the table, can you spin it around?
Oh, look at that!
That's the Harlem Globetrotter feature.
Clearly, I got too much of this today.
Yeah, that is really cool. I mean, I'm liking that a lot.
It's still lighter than the Q1.
Yeah.
The Q1 Ultra Premium with a 6-cell, I should say.
I was really excited when you said you had pinged me and said, I just got one of these and I just walked in the door with it. Because, I told you before we started recording this geek session, I actually had checked availability at my local Circuit City. Well, you start to look at it, and this is something that we both said before on jkOnTheRun. When these prices are low enough, they become more of an impulse decision, not research and planning and everything. It's
Sure.
like, you know what? And that's kind of what my thought process was. I had read the reviews. I know it was very similar to the other stuff. So I'm thinking, okay, if they have one, I might just go get one. You know?
Sure.
And that's just, it's an impulse thing.
Not that $379 is I got that in my pocket for walking money. But the fact of the matter is, we're so used to paying $700, $1,000,
Well, that's
$2,000 for a high-end laptop.
That's exactly right. I mean, and like we've also said before, at these lower prices, you're more willing to
take a chance
because not everyone is really convinced yet that they need one or that they'll use it a lot. Which right. I think once you have it, you will, because it's easy to use. Okay.
Right.
But at that price level, that becomes more of I'll try one, see, and if I don't, I'll sell it. It'll be on eBay.
Well, the manager actually came over as I was checking out. He goes, "Oh, you like that little laptop, don't you?" And I said, "I don't know yet. I mean, frankly, they didn't have any out because they're too small. They can't secure them."
Yeah. I've seen that.
You get a recovery CD, you get application manual, which is actually kind of chunky.
Wow, it's big.
It's not light reading.
It's bigger than the netbook.
I just powered it on. I don't know if it's going to go on or not. I don't know if there's... there's juice.
I don't know, but something's melting. No, I'm just kidding.
There's juice.
The corner of the screen is melting, Kevin. Hey, look, I see a picture of a globe.
Yeah, it's in front of me.
Oh, that's a globe. Oh, okay.
Please select device language from the list. Well, I don't know what language the device speaks, so I'm just going to use English because I do.
Use Finnish. I've always wanted to use Finnish.
They don't have Finnish on here.
Okay, well, it's a cheap one.
Can you read that or no?
It's a cheap one. I can't see it. No, you have to, maybe if you turn it sideways, it's got a little bit of glare from the lighting.
No, you know what it is. It's just so bright.
Well, it is very bright, and I can't see it for sure.
I wonder if
now, interestingly enough, as you turned it around, I can tell that the viewing angle is extremely wide because I can see it real clearly.
I agree with you as I'm looking here.
Yeah.
Even though it's a glossy screen.
That's a good. Yeah, that's a good screen. I can already tell, just from what I can see there. It's not losing it at all.
Yeah.
Very cool. I like that. I like that keyboard.
All right, hang on. I gotta create a password.
Okay. You can call it out loud.
SSWORD.
Yeah, there you go.
Please type the password again. New password again. That didn't work. All right.
Okay.
Select your time zone. America, New York, 14. Yeah, it's even got the right time. That's good. Setting up system now. We'll reboot in a few seconds. Please don't turn the computer off. All right.
And okay, now tell us. This has the 8 gig SSD, right? And
Correct.
512 megabytes of memory. You said.
Correct.
What kind of what version of Linux is that? Do you know?
Limpus Light.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember saying that was a great name. I mean, who thinks of this stuff? You know.
I guess it's
rebooting.
Okay,
it's rebooting. It's gone. It's gone dark.
This also has the 1.6 gigahertz Intel Atom. We haven't talked about that yet. That's part of the reason I wanted to get back.
Yeah. I'd like to see. It should run this fine because it's particularly with Linux. Oh, there it is. It's up.
What is it? I can't see.
Well, it's got the. I've seen that. I think I've seen this running on something else because I've seen the similar, sectional bars of stuff. So. What is it set up for, like homework? Is that one of those deals?
I don't have homework, no. It's got connections up here, work, fun, files.
Fun.
I like that fun, so I'll go there.
So you'll just full screen that one.
Yeah, so let's, I'll just go to the browser and click.
Oh yeah, is it on your network already?
Find out in a second. No, it's not.
Well, probably not. I'm assuming you have a secured network.
I actually leave one open for testing. I have multiple networks.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, for testing, neighbors, panhandlers.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah. No network connection.
Now, I can see that. I can see that screen fine. If you hold it back there, I'm actually seeing it fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Let's see if I can...
It is so bright that it's making your camera dim when you get really close, so we can't see it.
This is interesting because one of the models has integrated wireless WAN, HSDPA.
Yeah.
This model does not.
Right.
But in the preferences, it says auto connection priority, wired, wireless, 3G. The software's already there.
Well, why it should be, you know.
Yeah.
Keeps their costs down.
So I'm going to get rid of wired and see if I can get online here.
Yeah, that's nice and small. That's a nice size device right there, I can tell.
Oh, there we go. Hey, look, I see a bunch of open networks. What's with these neighbors? You know? I'm using mine, just for the record.
Just for the record.
Connection, you're now established to the network. I won't say that.
Kevin hasn't paid for the internet in years.
People pay for that? Suckers.
I thought the internet was for free.
Welcome to Firefox.
Oh yeah, I see. It's connecting.
So let me just type.
Connecting. See how it feels for touch typing for you. I know it'll be a lot more comfortable than the EPC was, for sure.
Well, I was able to bang out our URL pretty quickly.
Whoa! Look at that. Our favorite mobile tech site.
It's, you know what? It came up nice and snappy, and I mean, I'm just browsing to a website, so I'm not taxing anything.
Yeah,
here.
a mobile tech website, but that is a part of the GigaON network.
Yeah, it is pretty.
That's really snappy.
Let me play that HTC Dream video on YouTube again. I'm not taxing.
Yeah. Just shoot, fire that baby up. That's a terrible video. I mean, just quality, by the way. But full screen.
Can you see it? Okay.
I can see it. I see it fine. Oh yeah, that's fluid.
It's just YouTube. I mean, hey.
Well, no, I understand, but hey, that's what. It's a netbook. That's what That's what these things are designed for, and we have seen some of them that don't do that so well. So that's a good. It's a good test. No, that's really good. That looks good. I'm really impressed with that.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to play with it, obviously. I think what I'll do is what I typically do, and that is use the standard operating system right out of the box, not mod the machine at all. I'll do that for a week or so, and then I will probably put XP on here.
Okay.
I'll probably put more RAM in there as well. I may put XP with the 512. Let's see what happens.
XP with 512 is probably okay, I suspect.
I think so.
I think that's probably okay. I mean, I'm assuming, I don't know if you've done any investigation. Have you done investigation for XP drivers availability yet?
I have not. I'm going to assume that I'll be able to find them with no problem.
Yeah, there's probably out there somewhere, because these things generally use pretty standard components, because that's how they keep them so cheap. You know, they're not in there building custom engineered components, because, I mean, that would shoot the price level way up.
No, I just tapped something and I heard a sound basically for the tap, and I don't know where the speakers are just yet. Oh, and you know what? I think I just found them. It looks like these little slivers right here. You see that there?
Yeah, I can see it. Is there one on each side?
Yeah, there's one on each side.
Cool.
And then there's Open Office. I just tapped a spreadsheet here.
That's cool. So you have so it came pre-installed with Open Office, huh?
Sure, looks like it. Open Office, presentations, writer.
Awesome.
Calendar, contacts, notes.
So what that looks like to me is they've made sure that image or build that they put on that is pretty usable right out of the box, which I think is important for netbooks.
Well, and that's exactly what Asus did, and they set a good trend right there.
Yeah.
Take it out of the box, connect, and go.
Yeah, no, I think that's very true. No, I'm really impressed with this. Now I really want
settings. I'm just in the settings right now. Just
now I really want one, Kevin.
Here you go.
Man. I'm gonna hold off though and see what you think though. Now I'm in the position of all of our viewers and our readers. I can wait and see what Kevin thinks of it before I spend my money now.
Just my opinion, but I try and keep it open-minded, and because there's so many users, so many requirements, so many needs.
Oh no, everything's different, but I think it's a little bit easier with mini notebooks because they are notebooks, and so typically it comes down to will it run my particular software. basically. Is what is that? I still don't know.
You know what it is? I'll tell you what it is.
What is it? Heat
It's
sink.
warm.
It's a heat sink.
It's the fan or heat sink. It's warm.
But why would it be sticking down like that? I've just never seen that.
I don't know.
It still looks like you could set it on a desk and spin it to me. But we'll let you try. Oh, you've got an audience back there. A fuzzy audience.
Yeah.
A fuzzy audience member back there.
She hangs out there all day while I work.
Yeah.
So there you go. The Acer Air. I mean, oops.
The Acer Air. The Acer Air.
No, see, you know what? It's nice and light and thin, and it fits in an envelope. So come on.
That's pretty funny. No, I think that's cool, and I'll be looking forward to seeing your continued thoughts on it because I'm really interested now. And I love the build quality that I'm seeing right there. I'm loving that.
And I'm going to give you an opinion. Mm-hmm. Why I stayed away from this initially and just was like, oh, another netbook. Mm-hmm. My opinion, my experience, Acer build quality has been a little marginal for the products I've purchased in the past.
Yeah.
Having said that, I'm only looking at it for 15 minutes. I mean, it's pretty solid. The hinges are strong. I almost dropped it. The hinges are strong. It's not...
Yeah,
you know,
I'm impressed with what I've seen so far, but I was going to suggest we would like... I think it would be a good thing to show us the 4-foot drop test now.
And it's good.
Okay. Well, dude, I'm glad to see it. I'm gonna let you. We'll all let you get back to playing with your new toy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Be looking forward to seeing what you think of it.
Yeah, I'll be using this over the next couple weeks. Quite honestly.
All right.
All right.
Let us know how it's going.
You got it.
See you, dude. Bye.